Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone, where we talk all things action-packed children's programming. I'm your host, Dylan J. Curtis, and here on the Curtis Zone, we're doing an episode on a show that you may not remember or you may remember. The show is called Fillmore. It was one of a Disney series that you may or may not remember. Today, we're going to give you a quick history of it. And I know I promised you an episode on the Jedi, but may the Force be with you is going to have to wait until next episode. I'll see that I can give it to you then. But right now, let's talk about Fillmore, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like and subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell, and wait till the end for some news. Fillmore would have its television debut in January 2002, had its final episode in January 2004. It lasted 2 seasons, and those 2 seasons gave us 24 episodes. The series itself was supposed to be a satire parody on all cop dramas, which is why Disney was trying its very hardest to make it look like as much of a cop drama as they could. The series, like I said, it lasted 2 seasons and it had great episodes. It had the voice talents of Orlando Brown, who at the time was also doing That's So Raven, and Tara Strong, who you may remember voiced the character Harley Quinn. That's enough of the non-fiction origin. Let's get into the fictional origin, and do not be shy about hitting that like and subscribe button. The series Fillmore follows the story of a young man going by the name of Cornelius Fillmore, voiced by Orlando Brown. Cornelius Fillmore was a former delinquent, but was offered a chance. He was offered a chance to join the safety patrol and help fight crime at X Middle School, his school where he goes to with his partner Ingrid Third. And like I said, this show had everything that you would want to see in a cop drama. Like I said, it had everything that you would expect to see in a cop drama. First, you had your 2 badass detectives, Cornelius Fillmore and Ingrid Third, who had everything. Who are your badass detectives that just don't follow the rules. Then you had your lieutenant, who is Lieutenant Commissioner Vallejo, captain of the safety patrol, and who's trying to do everything by the book, but at the same time trying to follow his gut with his detectives. Then you have your ball-busting lieutenant, who is the principal of X Middle School that nobody liked. And finally, you had your forensics, you had your photographer, and you had the one detective nobody pays attention to, but at the same time, you're happy that he's there. Yeah, that's what they are. Fillmore and Third would do everything that it takes to make sure that the streets of X Middle School are as safe as possible for all the students. They take down everything from gambling to counterfeiting to hacking to everything, my friends. They do whatever it takes to make sure that X Middle School is safe. Now, they're not many important moments, but I will give you my top 5 favorite moments. My 5th favorite moment is the episode entitled Cry of the Beloved Mascot. In this episode, the beloved mascot of X Middle School has gone missing, and a psychic is trying to catch it. But the safety patrol are on the case as well. And they find out that I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you, but I suggest you guys watch out for the reporters of that episode. My 4th favorite episode is the episode entitled Red Robins Don't Cry. In this episode, Ingrid Third is going undercover with a Girl Scout group known as the Red Robins in order to bust them for a crime that they're committing. They're using counterfeit Red Robin cookies in order to make more money. So the Ingrid Third goes undercover, and in the end, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I suggest that you watch it. It's one of my favorites. My 3rd favorite episode is the episode entitled Mar of the Stall. This is the first episode of the series, and in this episode, a tagger has gone throughout the entire stall, through every stall in the X Middle School bathroom, in order to tag them with the word stainless. And the X Middle School Safety Patrol, more specifically Ingrid and Fillmore, have to utilize the mind of a former criminal in order to find out what happened. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you. Watch it. My 2nd favorite episode is the episode entitled Shreds That Fell Like Snow. In this episode, a serial shredder is going around shredding kids' projects in order to do something. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So the Safety Patrol had to hire a former profiler of the Safety Patrol in order to catch him. And in the episode, they're doing great, my friends. and I love the way that they do it. They make it look like a big cop drama. It was awesome. My number one favorite episode is the episode entitled Two Wheels, Full Throttle, No Brakes. And in this episode, the Safety Patrol are putting together a sting operation for someone calling himself, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but in this episode, Fillmore and Ingrid go undercover with the metal shop in order to find out what happened to all the stolen bicycles, scooters, and basically all the wheeled instruments that have been stolen from kids at X Middle School. And so they do so with the help of some old friends, but I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you. I mean, come on, watch the episode.
But you're not coming home with me tonight.
As far as powers and abilities go, there are no powers and abilities for Ingrid and Fillmore, other than the fact that they're both incredibly skilled detectives, and they're both skilled athletes with amazing intellect, and they also have amazing agility, speed, but only at the peak of the human condition. Also, Ingrid and Fillmore have amazing criminal aliases and are masters of disguise. However, that's all the powers that they have, though. Not really anymore. Anyway, thank you for joining me here on the Curtis Zone. And as always, remember to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for any episode, period, get in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you guys. For right now, next episode's going to be pretty fun. I'm definitely doing it on the Jedi. Just wait for that real quick. Just wait for that, and, well, wait for what comes after the episode. Welcome to the Curtis Zone's movie breakdown. We here on the Curtis Zone have recently seen Mortal Kombat 2, as you can see in the background, and the film was so amazing. Director Simon McCoy was really on point with the film project, so let's break it down for you. There are three main points I want to talk about. First of all, director Simon McCoy really kept up on his promise that this was going to be a hard-hitting, very gory, very action-packed version of the Mortal Kombat sequel, and he definitely delivered. With everything that he put in both the foreground and the background, it was pretty awesome. And Johnny Cage was definitely on point. Speaking of Johnny Cage, Carl Urban really brought it when it came to the character, bringing the character to life for the silver screen yet again, and we are very happy that he did so. Though fans were not very 110% sold on his casting for the character, everyone thought that he did a great job while playing Johnny Cage, and his fight scenes were amazing. Though there were not as many fight scenes as they promised, they couldn't have 27 fight scenes due to the fact that the studio did not want them to have so many fight scenes because it would have drowned out the story. But they did a good job nonetheless with 17 fight scenes, 3 of which belonging to Johnny Cage. So yeah, we're happy that he did that. The final point that I have for everybody is this: Simon McCoy really stepped up on his game when it came to the costume designs. Really digging deep in how accurate the costumes are. And he even kept it on point when it came to all the characters and their special moves and abilities. Yes, Carl Urban did perform Johnny Cage's special moves in the film, and we are so proud that he did so.